Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins, that could only be one thing. It's a Rika almond beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
Yeah. And so we'd like to say welcome to one and all to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and this is what we call news discussed, not told. We do not have a horse in the race, and so what we do is we tell you as it is. You know what I mean? And we call it news discussed, not told for a reason. Now, folks, we have a lot of things to tell you about tonight. So brace yourself for that. Let's get straight into what we'll be discussing tonight. We're talking about the 16-year-old Tisera, John, who has gone missing. We'll talk about that. Statement by the government of Grenada on the situation in Ukraine. We have a weather update for you as well. Residents of Gouyave says how they feel about the hosting of Spicemas 2022. We'll talk about that in a moment. Taxpayers, you're encouraged to file and pay your taxes on time and online. SMC meets with the Minister of Health. We've got an update for you from the police regarding firearm and drugs that's been confiscated. And Russia invades Ukraine and the world responds. Well, some of the governments of the world and people are looking closely with concern. We have a lot of that to talk about in a moment anyway. Folks, we got to let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, and Superb Distributors. When we come back from our first break, we got some real news for all you. And remember, someone sharing the program tonight will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel, and that person could be you. So go ahead and share the business. We're taking that break and we are coming back.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julien Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history!
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, opening Saturday, 12 February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theatre.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Okay, and welcome again to everyone tuned in on tonight's program. So let's get right into the business. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome to Mikey Live, news discussed, not told. Now, the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force hereby advises the general public, and in particular motorists, that the Hermitage Public Road closure has been extended to Monday, 28th February 2022 between the hours of 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Now, according to them, this closure is to facilitate paving of the road. As a safety precaution, during the period, motorists will be allowed to travel through River Antoine and Hermitage. The traffic department further advises that delay in traffic is to be expected in the affected area and that extreme caution should be exercised by motorists traveling. The traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force would like to thank you, the general public, for your cooperation and understanding, and regrets any inconvenience that may be caused. Another notice for you: the Inland Revenue Division, they are encouraging taxpayers to file and pay your taxes early and conveniently by utilizing the quick and easy to use IRD's online platform. Now, all tax types can be filed and paid at taxservices.gov.gd, while property tax, motor vehicle, and driver's licenses can be paid at pay.gov.gd. Now, taxpayers, you can also file tax returns and make payments at the district revenue offices. Please be reminded that March 31st is the deadline for submission of your income tax returns for taxpayers whose financial year ends on December 31st and ended actually, all right, and as well annual stamp tax. Business owners are reminded to include your financial statements when submitting income tax returns. Visit the Inland Revenue Division's YouTube and Instagram pages and the Ministry of Finance's Facebook page for videos and updates. Now we are moving on. The chairman and board of the Spicemas Corporation held a preliminary, they say, meeting with a team from the Ministry of Health led by the Minister Nicholas Steele on Wednesday, 23rd February 2022. Now, the meeting organized by the health minister was aimed at initiating discussions on the establishment of harmonized protocols to facilitate the safe execution of Spicemas and build a risk analysis plan to the August festivities following the announcement by the Cultural Minister Yolande Bain Hosford on Tuesday of Spicemas happening. Now, Tuesday's meeting is expected to be the first of many consultative sessions, they say, aimed at ensuring the SMC board is accurately appraised of the dynamic, volatile, and nature of the changes during the pandemic. So, to ensure decisions, activities, and events planned for the national cultural events is in keeping with the national protocols. Now, Minister Still, in sharing to the board, presented, they say, both worst and best case scenarios while also forecasting possible challenges that may arise. Now, they say that they are going to continue to monitor situations as they continue to unfold and so on, all right? They say that they are remaining hopeful on the implementation of national event, Minister Still said, all right? They say remaining hopeful on the implementation of the national event, Minister Still said, we need to use Carnival as an opportunity to raise the bar of the quality and type of events hosted at this time. Now, the annual August festivals will be held on August 8th and 9th, 2022. Now, we have an update for you from the police. All right, Messiah Charles of Woburn, St. George, who was detained by police on Wednesday, 23rd February 2022, was arrested and charged for the offense of trafficking in a controlled drug and possession of a firearm. Charles appeared at the St. George's number 1 Magistrates Court on Thursday, 24th February, that is today, and was granted bail in the amount of $15,000 with one surety. Now, as part of his bail condition, he is to report to the South St. George Police Station every Wednesday between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Well, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. He will reappear in court on Thursday, 12 May of 2022. Now, there is another individual who has gone missing. So we're going to put that on your screen right now. As you can see, this young lady, she's only 16 years old. Yes? And police are seeking your assistance in finding her. Her name is Tisera John, and she's a student of Chantimel in St. Patrick. Tisera left her home on Wednesday, 16th. What? Let me watch my calendar. Wednesday 16 and has not returned since, and I'm not hearing about that. How many days have passed from this? Whoa. Okay. Now, according to police, they say she was last seen at around 8 p.m. on that date. Now, she is about 5 feet in height, slim built and brown in complexion. Anyone seen Tisera John or has any information about her whereabouts, you are asked to contact the Taxpayers Police Station at 442-9224, Police Emergency at 911, Police Hotline at 444-1958, or you can also call the nearest police station. All right, so this is her, and you are asked to please assist the police in finding her. This just continues. I don't even know what to say. This continues. It just keeps going. It's like it's revolving. If it's not one person, then it's the next. It just keeps going and going and going. You know. So, oh boy. So anyway, please try your best and help the police to look out for her. Okay. Well, I think everybody know this by now. We woke up to the news that Ukraine was invaded by Russia. And then, everybody was interested in hearing why and what does the world have to say about that, whether it's NATO, the US, our own countries and so on. Well, Grenada expressly condemns Russia's assault on the people of Ukraine, which is contrary to the provisions of the international peace and stability enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations, says the Grenada government. It says that Grenada therefore calls for an immediate end to the hostilities. The long history of diplomatic engagement among countries provides adequate tools for the settlement of disputes without having to resort to violence, which hurts the very people who give leaders legitimacy in office. It says that we therefore encourage diplomatic engagement to de-escalate existing tensions between Russia and Ukraine. Grenada reaffirms its commitment to the United Nations principles of respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity for all states, and believes the universal respect and adherence to these norms and principles of international law are fundamental to the maintenance of the international system and global peace and security. All right, so that's the government responding. Okay. All right, okay. Everybody doing musical chairs around the business. You understand? Everybody dancing musical chairs. But I have to give, if I have to put the crown on somebody's head, on a country's head, I'm giving it to Boris Johnson. The man showed that he had a balls to speak in no uncertain terms and to be very clear. No fluff. No fluff. You understand? But anyway, we'll come back to that. CARICOM and all. Caribbean Community, CARICOM. They also issued a statement condemning Russia's military attack on Ukraine. You understand? Anyway, we'll talk more about that later on. You hear, people, you hear, Papa? If we had time. Now, we have an update for you as it relates to the weather, because we might just be getting a bit of rain and things like that. Well, we haven't been getting rain for the past, just like a drizzle, nothing to talk about. But we might just get a little showers on the weekend. You understand? Yeah, so a little finding truth. On a serious note, a little find some people dancing around. Some of the leaders, they dancing around the whole business when it comes to calling a spade and calling out Russia and things like that. You don't find some people, you just find some of them dancing, America dancing. You know what I mean? Anyway, what was saying all again? Oh yeah, the weather. So, according to the Met Office, weather models are indicating an increase in cloudiness accompanied by light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times on Friday night into Saturday. There is also a low chance of thunder as well. Now, these weather conditions are expected due to a deep layered trough accompanied by a low which is approaching towards Grenada and neighboring islands. Now, as a result, flooding, they say, is possible in areas so prone. And so there is a warning in place. And of course, the Met Office boy, they say that they will monitor this. You understand? So let me see what's going on. They say that they will continue to monitor this development and will provide update. You understand? So anyway, let's leave that piece. Yeah, they had a little funeral today, boy, for Kaylan Batiste. He walked by the airport too. Oh, if you see people, they're very emotional. You know, life is just so. You know, you see people today and tomorrow they're not there anymore. They're gone. I could be talking to you tonight and then tomorrow you're here or Mikey kick the bucket. Yeah, I mean, or your friend or a family member, you have them and you take them for you think that you will get up and see them tomorrow. You know, and the next thing you know, please smash up. Understand? So I always try to encourage people to pay attention to the people around you. Just feel free to tell them how you feel about them, and you know, just be open. Just be open. You have a little thing juking you to say, and you don't want to say it because you think there's a day that tomorrow that's guaranteed that you can say it, or you hope that conditions may present itself a little better now, so that it's easier for you to say what you had to say. But you would imagine what kind of life you'll be living if you were getting that urge to say something, and you never did, and then that person ceases to exist further, and then you're left with that burden. But here I'm telling all you, live each day as if it were your last. Live each day as if you were losing your life. That you are losing a day every time you live, which is in fact what is happening. Consider each day as a day less, and you'll see how much appreciation you will have for life. Do it that way. Live each day as one day less. Consider it as one day less on your calendar of days. And you go see place match up, you're worshiping the dirt you walk on. And you will find value in everything and respect people, even those who you don't like very much. Because you have no idea, when you sit down and you suddenly realize that the people that you don't like, you like them. You realize that if you don't see the people that you don't like for 2 days, things don't feel right. They all have their purpose. It takes all kinds to make a world. So what the hell are we fighting? We fighting what? We're going to invade a country because we're afraid they invade us. We're going to invade a country because we are concerned that they have weapons that will cause them to invade us. The kind of logic. You know, we are de-weaponizing you because we don't want you to have weapons that can de-weaponize us. It takes all kinds to make a world. Live and let live. You understand? Respect and appreciate what you have control, what God give you. God give you 2 children, 3 children, a nice house. Nice piece of land, you can plant that to fig. But you have problem with a man who have a nicer car than you, and they can't make children. What you want? But you see the grass is greener on the other side with a man who just has a car. You don't have a wife, she don't have nothing going for her, but she have a nice car. God give you everything, but you still envy the old eye and the woman driving. You still find a way. You still find ways of seeing things, all the little errors in your life, and ignore the blessing because you just cannot respect that a man have something. Jesus, what has the world become? Residents of Gouyave, you know, we were asking them now to give their opinion on the announcement that there will be an official hosting of Spicemas 2022. Who tell us do that?
Well, to me, it's not new because for the last 2 years I had my carnival. So it's nothing new.
Well, yeah, with the same thing. We're in Gouyave, and Gouyave always have the carnival. So I don't know why you're telling me about official and unofficial. We always have carnival. We always have carnival in Gouyave. So we don't know about this thing about lockdown and who having carnival. We always have carnival in Gouyave. We're the Republic of Gouyave. We separate from Grenada. You understand? If you look on the map and when they talking CNN, what they put in? Gouyave. They put nothing about nowhere else more than Gouyave. So they're not new to us. Alright?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm feeling much excited and happy that we have an official carnival because I think carnival is a form where most people get revenue. Persons look out for a carnival in the sense of income. So person go get a little band thing, even artists. Because if you look before, a lot of artists was on the down low. Those who can make it to travel, they was on the down low. But now you can see the artists happy and they kind of get up. So it will be a more fluctuation in the revenue in Grenada for carnival.
How I feel about carnival? Well, I feel this year I find they should have carnival, you know, because then the corona gone, everything nice in the place to check.
I mean, people. Gouyave. I was proud to tell people, boy, I grew up Gouyave, that way I come on, that way I born and grow. Let me place. We different. You understand? We different. So only we woke up to the news and I'm going back to it. Russia invaded Ukraine and So you have a lot of things changing. Stocks, oil prices. What else will happen? We don't know. You know, but a lot of the world leaders, they are speaking about that, and they are saying that there will be sanctions imposed on Russia for invading Ukraine. You understand? I really like to talk about them thing, you know, because it just sickens you. It just sickens you when you think of the whole thing. The world leaders, they describe the start of an invasion that could cause massive casualties, topple Ukraine's democratically elected government, and threaten the post-Cold War balance. NATO Secretary General, they were talking about that too. You understand? They say it's a brutal act of war. They say that Moscow had shattered peace on the European continent. The US President boy Joe Biden said that Putin has chosen a premeditated war that will bring a catastrophic loss of life and human suffering. You understand? Boris Johnson are telling them a dog. You know what I mean? He said that Putin has unleashed war in our European continent, and Britain cannot and will not just look away. You understand? It says, and that hold that that Ukraine that Russia has had on us because of the oil and so on, it's time that we get rid of that. You understand? So let me see what will really take place and you might be sitting there and say that has nothing to do with us. You joke you're making. Because oil prices has already started going up. You understand? So you don't think that I don't have nothing to do with us, because it does. You understand? It does. Anyway, how are we looking for time? We come back home. And then if China supporting Russia, and then China happens to be allies with countries who is not supporting Russia, and then China had to choose. Well, they're shooting it, but that movie. Anyway, let's come back home. We have our own business to talk about. Not even here, you know. I told all you when last week about a triple homicide in St. Lucia. Triple was killed. They were having like a session and thing, and bullets in the place. Well, today I'm telling you about another. Well, it's not a triple this time. It's a double. Here's this. How many days now we are? This is the 24th. So we're in the second month. Right? We're in the second month of the year, and already they've had 13. St. Lucia. If this is Grenada, this is St. Lucia in terms of its size and population, right? They're not that many, you know, in terms of the difference, right? In size and people. 13 killings are ready for the year there.
There is too much crime in St. Lucia now, too much crime. And the thing about it, the people that are doing the crime, they never mix.
The community of Lato Castries was awakened to the ghastly discovery of 2 people shot dead and a third victim allegedly stabbed 11 times, struggling for his life at hospital.
Right now, they're wrong here, not safe.
Residents recalled hearing the sound of gunshots piercing the still of the night sky, but no one dared venture outside. At the first blush of light, 2 homicide victims, a man and woman, were found bound and gagged, their bodies drenched in blood, with a third victim wailing in excruciating pain from the multiple stab wounds that perforated his body.
Imagine question by say, mais moi, donne ça. Les balles pété, about, peut-être about, never vous disait. Oui.
Est-ce que une balle pété pour pas.
Non, ça va la peine.
Everybody around here say they had 4 shots about 12 o'clock.
At the time of the filing of this report, police had not positively identified the homicide victims. However, the residents who gathered near the crime scene had a hunch, with one woman fearing the worst, given the conspicuous absence of a beloved family member identified only as Baby.
And then I heard like the people died, but right now the I heard is my cousin, because Baby is my cousin, and the one day chop also Begas is my cousin. So I don't know what's going on. Until I really know, then I will know it's Baby, then I will know it's Begas, but I don't know for now.
What you know about them? Tell us about them.
Well, Baby have a car by the road there, and I know early morning like that, Baby not yet leave his home. Because his car has always be underneath the garage, and he's selling up there by the tourist ring there, he does be selling there. So, Begas, well, Begas drinking his liquor rum, Begas always around the place. Early morning he come in, he watching his brother car throwing his rubbish and going back home. I know that for a fact.
The nightmarish ordeal has left residents unnerved regarding their personal safety in the community, with cold-blooded killers still at large and a system seemingly unable to bring them to justice.
They in our mix. You understand? They in our mix and we don't know who doing it. They're going and throw their cutlass, their gun, whatever, and they're together with us, speaking together with us, and we don't know it's them. You understand? So it's time something happening in St. Lucia for that killing to stop. Too much killing.
The matter remains shrouded in mystery. Police have launched a probe into this latest double homicide, which has vaulted the homicide toll to 13. Solange Alfred, HCS News Force.
Thanks, Solange. And of course, what we're going to do now is take a quick break. And when we come back, we've got for you the national report and the weather. Family members, stay right there. We'll be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Hassle-free loans for your every need. Cards have you covered, best believe.
Courts ready, cash is for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all, we on the go. Courts ready, cash, you already know. We got it all, we on the go. Courts ready, cash, always ready. When you're ready, let's go.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call superb distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julian Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, opening Saturday, 12 February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theatre.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip-the-line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Grenada becomes flagship country for implementation of Police Record Management Information System. This story and more in the National Report. With the news for Thursday, 24th February 2022, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Grenada is the first of 8 Eastern and Southern Caribbean countries to implement the full Police Records Management Information System, PRIMIS, a web-based application that will be utilized by the Royal Grenada Police Force. This project, which is made possible under the United Nations Development Program's initiative, Carry Secure, will allow officers to log in crime information. This includes calls for service, civilian reports at police stations, and information gathered from officer patrols. This program guarantees efficient record keeping as members of the police force execute their duties daily, capturing real-time data. PRIMIS was piloted at 3 police stations in Grenada, South St. George, St. David, and Sautez. During the official launch on Thursday earlier today, USAID Regional Representative Mr. Clinton White welcomed the 26-module digital program in Grenada and commended the Royal Grenada Police Force for implementing PRIMIS.
The Royal Grenada Police Force has not only stepped forward, but leaped ahead with the rollout of PRIMIS. You would be pleased to know that Grenada is the first country, let me say that, the first country to implement the full PRIMIS software using a localized data storage solution. The system launched today will give police officers 21st century tools to tackle 21st century problems. It'll transform the way police do business on a daily basis by providing access to real-time, disaggregated crime data that enhances intelligence gathering.
During the first phase of the program, the RGPF trained more than 400 officers across all stations and departments. 10 of the force's 16 stations are already equipped with the capability to commence the initial phase of the project. Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin says they are already seeing the benefits of the system, although it has not yet been implemented in all police stations.
I am convinced, colleagues, that PRIMIS will be a force multiplier in enhancing the RGPF's capacity to keep our nation and people safe. The Carry Secure PRIMIS system will standardize crime reporting information, contributing to valid, reliable, consistent, and comparable data, which can be used to enhance citizen security through proactive, intelligence-led policing strategies. It will also deliver evidence-based analysis of crime statistics and inform national policy and decision-making to address the root causes of crime.
Permanent Secretary with responsibility for national security, Marina Jessamy, is pleased that Grenada is the flagship country for this project and is considered a Tier 1 country given its high level of commitment.
PRIMIS will transition police stations from paper-based reporting to a digital format, which will facilitate the collection and disaggregation of data, which will be useful in developing strategies for crime prevention and reduction. PRIMIS will also allow for the collection and real-time analysis of data from the police, who in many cases are the first point of contact for victims of crime and violence.
Grenada expressly condemns Russia's assault on the people of Ukraine, which is contrary to provisions of international peace and stability enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations. Grenada therefore calls for an immediate end to the hostilities. The long history of diplomatic engagement among countries provides adequate tools for the settlement of disputes without having to resort to violence, which hurts the very people who give leaders legitimacy in office. We therefore encourage diplomatic engagement to de-escalate existing tensions between Russia and Ukraine. Grenada reaffirms its commitment to the United Nations principles of respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states and believe that universal respect and adherence to these norms and principles of international law are fundamental to the maintenance of the international system and global peace and security. Representatives of Digicel and Flow have registered their commitment to continue providing top-class service to the citizens of CARICOM member states. Top officials of both companies were in Grenada this week to witness and solidify their support in the Declaration of St. George's towards the elimination of roaming charges. Achieving a single ICT space was approved by heads of government in CARICOM during a meeting in 2017 and after intense discussions in 2020 with telecommunication companies, an agreement was reached in what's described as a first step in accomplishing this goal.
Seamless intra-Caribbean, intra-CARICOM roaming has always been identified as a flagship feature of the single ICT space. The CARICOM Secretary General requested the CTU to lead the ICT cluster of regional institutions in the forefront of the technical implementation. This cluster, namely the CTU, the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, CBU, the CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security, CARICOM Impacts, the Caribbean Center for Development Administration, CARICAD, and the CARICOM Secretariat developed the concept details and produced the vision and roadmap, as well as the integrated work plan for the single ICT space.
That was President of the Caribbean Telecommunications Union and Minister for Information, Broadcasting and Telecommunications in the government of Antigua and Barbuda, the Honorable Milford Nicholas. Vice President, South Caribbean Cable and Wireless Communications, Curly Prescott, notes his company's pride in being part of the process and announced that customers will begin to feel the reduction in roaming charges from as early as the first quarter of 2022.
As we've demonstrated over the years, with continuous investments in deploying new technologies, we fully appreciate and understand the importance of a true Caribbean single market with cost-effective, reliable connections at its heart. We at Cable and Wireless are therefore pleased to share that we have taken this first transformational step to provide our valued CARICOM customers with significantly reduced roaming packages across the region, which deliver simple, consistent, and transparent rates, an overall reduction in customers' charges, and will eliminate the shock of receiving exorbitant bills. We will start to promote these in our markets in the coming weeks and months.
Digicel's Director of Government Affairs, Kieran Mulvey, hopes this process will continue until the dream of a single ICT space is achieved in the region.
Today represents a significant initial milestone again on the roadway towards achieving a single ICT Caribbean space that is so vitally important, not just for the social aspects of the economy and peoples of the Caribbean, but for their economic development as well. I'd like to think it's a new dawn for us in terms of cooperation, in terms of working together to achieve greater understandings between us. And I think the declaration lays out that ambition for us all and the work we need to do arising from today's declaration. It just doesn't finish today with the signing of the declaration. It means we must continue to work together.
Stay with us. The news will continue after the break. Welcome back. The government of Grenada continues to create the enabling environment within communities for education institutions, sporting clubs, and residents to further develop. At Pearl St. Andrew, a conference room and washroom facility is presently under construction. On Monday, the GIS visited the project and spoke with the contractor, Alfred Abraham. The project is scheduled for completion next month.
We have 4 toilet downstairs, 2 bathroom, and 2 room for storing your goods, like your broom, your buckets, you store that in the storerooms.
Abraham says the facility under construction is very important as there are 2 education institutions in close proximity and the playing field is heavily utilized by a number of organizations. Resident Aaron Pierre welcomes the move by the government to construct the facility.
I see that as a very much significant initiative. At this time, having a washroom and a conference room, especially a playing field of that magnitude in a community of Pearls, which is very populated, and we are surrounded by 2 schools, and plus it is used by other communities around. I see that as a right move in the right direction, expecting much more to be done, but it's a wonderful start at this time.
Finally, in the news, 16 Imani trainees attached to the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs and Information are now equipped with first aid skills to help in the event of an emergency. They participated in 2 half-day training sessions in first aid and CPR, among others, under the guidance of Terry Charles, Managing Director of Charles Consultancy and Event Planning Services. Sorana Mitchell reports on the training course which took place in the conference room of the Ministry of Education.
The 16 Imani trainees were selected for the first aid and CPR training course on a first-come, first-served basis. The facilitator, Terry Charles, conducted the course as a complimentary service to the community.
The young people are learning first aid techniques, they're learning how to do bandages, they're learning how to do CPR, what to do if somebody is choking, how to interview somebody, how to do the head-to-toe examination of somebody. They're learning also other sudden illnesses that can happen if somebody faints, if somebody goes into shock, if somebody is suffering from a stroke, how you detect that and what are the many things that could be done. Burns, it's an intense training program.
The participants say they are ready to assist in the case of an emergency.
In my community, there's a lot of, let me say, emergency because I live in a community with a lot of elderly people. So I definitely would use what I learned today in that situation. And also when I go out to dinner and things, you will see little emergency happening. So it would be used there.
How ready are you? You say it's going to be used, but how ready are you?
I'm 100% ready. I've learned a lot and I've taken it to practice and I will always be practicing after this session.
Well, for my personal development, the reason why I actually chose to learn it because I want to be an engineer in electrical engineering, and the field that I want to be in requires help people there. So I think I want to be one of those in case of an emergency, so I can render aid to anybody that might have gotten shocked or anything. So that's why I actually wanted to learn this and will use it in my future.
I'm going to use it basically in the workplace if an emergency occurs, or if I'm out at the beach or at the supermarket. I can keep an eye out knowing that I have this training so that I can help others.
Do you feel ready in the event?
Yes, I do, because I've had previous training.
Charles encourages as many people as possible to get certified in first aid so that they can help in the event of an emergency.
I strongly advocate that every business place, every workplace, in fact every home, should have personnel that train in first aid, because emergencies and accidents can happen anytime, any place. We don't plan for it sometimes, but it can happen. But if you have persons who are trained in first aid, they can preserve life. They can prevent the injuries from worsening. Some things in life we cannot stop, but we could we could lessen the impact of it. So the more persons we have trained in first aid and CPR, both at home, workplace, and even the general public. We have beaches, we've got waterfalls and sporting events. At all of these events, there should be personnel and equipment there so that should something happen, at least we have quick responders. So I encourage all business places, I encourage the government, ministries, every ministry to have a team of persons trained in every department who is aware of what to do should an emergency happen.
The trainees will need to be recertified after 2 years. For the National Report, I am Sarana Mitchell.
Thank you, Sarana. And that brings us to the end of the National Report for today, Thursday, February 24th, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Christian Mitchell saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Chris, and everyone else at the GIS. Now let's take a look at the weather. It's expected to be partly cloudy with light isolated showers, increasing in cloudiness by early morning with some light to moderate showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And high tides, high tides is around now and it will be low at 3 a.m. Your weather for Friday. Partly cloudy with few light to moderate daytime showers, becoming mostly cloudy at night with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. There is a chance of flash flooding overnight, and so that's a warning that is in effect. Maximum temperature for tomorrow 31 degrees Celsius, minimum is 24. Winds expected to be northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And what else? Sun is expected to rise at 6:26 a.m. and set at 6:17 p.m. And that's your weather report. And before we wrap, let's say hello to the folks who are currently on YouTube. Those of you who are looking on the big screen, Mom and Kirin and Tall Boy and Ezran. What are you doing over there? Ezran and Velma and the whole crew. What Judy and what are you doing on YouTube? I'll just go and make a little pass, huh? So Glenora and all the other folks who are currently tuned in on YouTube, well, hello to you guys. And those of you who are locked in on Facebook, we'd like to say hello to you as well. And we're looking forward to you tomorrow, God's willing, again. All right. So it's Ansha and Rolanda and Claire and Pearl and Louisa. Well, I see Kirin back on Facebook. Louisa, Janelle, Anne, Sparrow, Shum, Janine, Carol, Ansha, Brenda, Amina, Theresa, Jennifer, Brenda, Bermuda, the whole crew. We're saying blessings to you, all right? Dolores and Meta monitoring all the comments too much. All right. So everybody, hello to you guys. All right, and God bless you. We touch base tomorrow again, God's willing. Let's go in 5, 4, 3. Hey, Della, happy birthday. Della's birthday was yesterday, and all you don't remind me. Belated birthday greetings going to you, Della. I hope that it was yesterday or the day before. Watch now. I can't even keep up with the days, So anyway, God bless you, and may you live to see many, many, many more birthdays to come. All right. And I hope that the people around you made it extra special. Not just post on Facebook. We can post on Facebook, can't do nothing. Make sure they live up to those expectations and to the hype that they put. Make sure, they just posting you on your birthday. Make sure they are part of your support system. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody don't posting me just so on my birthday and I take it on. Oh God, anyway, take all the time. We run out of time, so let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we say, yeah! No, take care.